The day Daniel graduated from high school, everyone cheered for him. His mother, Mary, stood quietly in the back, wearing the same old blue dress she had owned for years. Her hands were rough from cleaning houses, serving food at a diner, and working late-night shifts at a laundry shop. She worked 3 jobs, not because she wanted to, because she had promised her dying husband one thing: our son will have a better life than we did. Daniel walked across the stage and accepted his diploma. His friends hugged him. Mary wiped away tears. Nobody noticed that she had skipped lunch to save enough money for Daniel's graduation gift, a cheap wristwatch with a small note: "Time will change your life. Never forget the people who gave you theirs." Daniel smiled politely. "Thanks, Mom." He didn't understand the meaning, not yet. Life had never been easy. When Daniel was 6 years old, his father died in a construction accident. The bills piled up. The landlord wanted rent. The refrigerator was often empty. Mary sold her wedding ring to buy groceries. She sold her husband's old guitar to pay for Daniel's school books. Some nights, she pretended she wasn't hungry. "I'm not eating because I'm on a diet." She would laugh. Daniel believed her. Only years later would he realize that she had simply given him her dinner every morning. Mary woke up at 4 a.m. She cleaned offices before sunrise, served breakfast at a diner, then washed clothes until midnight. Sometimes she came home so tired that she fell asleep in a chair, but she always woke up in time to ask, "Did you finish your homework?" Daniel would nod. She would smile. "Good. One day you'll have a life where you don't have to work this hard." Daniel was smart. His teachers loved him. He earned a scholarship to a top university. The whole neighborhood celebrated. Mary cried with happiness. To pay for the expenses the scholarship didn't cover, she took a 3rd job. She barely slept 4 hours a day. Daniel promised, "When I become successful, I'll take care of you." Mary smiled. "I don't need anything. Just make me proud." College changed Daniel. His new friends wore expensive clothes. They drove nice cars. Their parents were doctors, lawyers, and business owners. Daniel became embarrassed by his poor background. When Mary called, he answered less often. When she sent homemade cookies, he threw them away. One weekend, she traveled 6 hours by bus to surprise him. She carried homemade food and a small gift. Daniel saw her standing outside his dorm. His friends were nearby. "Who's that?" one asked. Daniel hesitated. Then he said, "Oh, she's just someone from my neighborhood." Mary heard every word. She smiled anyway. "I brought your favorite meal." "I'm busy, Mom." "Oh, okay." She handed him the food. He walked away. She sat on the bus home alone. For the first time in years, she cried. Years passed. Daniel graduated. He got a high-paying job in the city. A luxury apartment, a fancy car, a successful career. Mary still worked. Her back hurt. Her eyesight grew weaker, but she never complained. She called Daniel every Sunday. Sometimes he answered, sometimes he didn't. "I'm busy, Mom." "I understand." She always understood. Birthdays passed. Holidays passed. Daniel stopped visiting. His mother kept his childhood bedroom exactly the same. She believed he would come home someday. One winter evening, Daniel received a phone call. "Are you Daniel Carter?" "Yes, this is the hospital. Your mother collapsed at work. Daniel's heart stopped. He rushed to the hospital. Mary looked older than he remembered. Her hair was white. Her hands shook. The doctor spoke quietly. Years of overwork damaged her health. She ignored her own needs for decades. Daniel sat beside her bed. For the first time in years, he looked at her hands. The same hands that had fed him, protected him, worked until they bled. Mary slowly opened her eyes. Daniel. I'm here, Mom. You look tired. He broke down crying. I'm sorry. She smiled. What for? For everything. She gently touched his face. A mother's heart doesn't keep score. A nurse walked into the room. Your mother always talks about you. She handed Daniel an old envelope. Mary had written it years before he opened it. Inside was a letter. My dear son, if you're reading this, don't feel guilty. Every long shift, every sore muscle, every sacrifice was worth it because you smiled. I never wanted you to repay me. I only hoped that when life became good for you, you'd remember where you came from. Success means nothing if you lose the people who love you, no matter what happens. I will always be proud of you. Love, Mom. Daniel couldn't stop crying. The next morning, he made a decision. He quit chasing promotions that kept him away from family. He moved his mother into his home. He cooked for her, took her to doctor appointments, walked with her every evening. For the first time in decades, Mary rested. One afternoon, Daniel asked, Mom, why did you work so hard for me? She smiled. Because one day, I hoped you'd become a good man. What if I failed? She squeezed his hand. Then, I'd love you anyway. Years later, Mary passed away peacefully. At her funeral, hundreds of people came. Former neighbors. Co-workers. People she had secretly helped. A homeless man stood up. She bought me food when I had nothing. A single mother cried. She paid for my daughter's school supplies. An old woman smiled. She visited me every Christmas because I was alone. Daniel realized something. His mother had never been rich, but she had left behind a fortune of kindness. He stood before the crowd and said, My mother worked 3 jobs so I could have a future. One spent years forgetting her, but she never stopped loving me. If you still have someone who sacrificed everything for you, don't wait to say thank you. One day, the chance may be gone. He looked toward the sky and whispered, Mom, I finally understand. And somewhere in his heart, he could almost hear her gentle voice. I'm proud of you, my son.